Okay, for your part H, I think many of you have misunderstood the meaning of made less significant. Many of you interpret this as the human reaction time got less. It is not that way. You cannot reduce human reaction time unless you train yourself to react. But most of the time, reaction it is born. You are born to be able to react. That's why when you are, let's say if you are, training your future son or daughter to be the national badminton champion, before you invest your money and time to train her up, you may want to ask her to take a reaction time test. Most badminton player has a human reaction time that is significantly shorter than the general population, like 0.1 or even 0.02 seconds, that kind. So human reaction time cannot be reduced on its own. So you're right to point that out. But making less significant does not mean that way. What it mean? For example, I give you an analogy. $1,000. $1,000 is a huge amount, right? If let's say I give you $1,000 as your pocket money, right? It is a huge amount by itself. It is huge. The number is huge. Let's say I have two students, student A and student B, and both of them has a certain saving. Student A has a saving of $10 in the bank. Student B has a saving of $1,000,000 in the bank. So if you ask me, this $1,000 pocket money, is it a significant amount of money? That is relative to how much each student have in their saving. Am I right? $1,000 in itself is a huge amount, but whether or not it is significant depends on the base amount that they started with. So this human reaction time is like this $1,000. It is something that is fixed. So this human reaction time is 0.3 seconds. It is fixed. But what if the measurement that I am measuring, let's say measurement A is 1 second or 3 seconds. Measurement B is 3,000 seconds. 0.3 is about 1/10 of it, of setup A. So of course it is significant, right? But if the error is 0.3 seconds and what I'm measuring is 3,000 seconds, then it will become insignificant. So in a way, if I have a fixed amount of error and I want to make it less significant, what I need to do is that I want to make a measurement that is as big as possible, so that this error in comparison to what I'm measuring will become less impactful. So that is the meaning of making less significant. So after you understand this, you will need another piece of information, that is, what is the effect on what I'm measuring by lengthening the string? And actually, I'm quite surprised that many of you have forgotten this piece of info, that by lengthening the string of the pendulum, you are increasing the period. So if I use a pendulum that is of 20 meter, right, my period can increase up to maybe 20 minutes. And 20 minutes will make my human reaction time not impactful at all, right? So that is how you should approach. Many of you are telling me that lengthening the string will lower the kinetic energy, so on and so forth. It will make the pendulum swing slower, or it will cause the pendulum to pause momentarily in mid-air for a longer time. All these are not true, right? You shouldn't be using intuition to answer a science question. You should recall from your content the characteristic or the effect of the length of pendulum to the period to answer this question. Okay, so the full answer is already in your answer key, so I won't waste time writing this down. But I will be just sharing with you the approach to this question and what it means by less significant.